Hello everyone, it's Molly here for another video, and if the lighting looks different, it's because it is. Basically, my ring light is doing something funky, and there's decent natural daylight out right now, so I don't know how it's going to look. Let me know if you like it better, if you don't like it at all. I don't really have the option right now, so I kind of opened my blinds a bit, and I have like a window on either side of me, so hopefully the lighting's alright, and if not, sorry, not much I can do. This is where my blind viewers are winning, because it doesn't matter for them. Yeah, blind girl perk, or blind person perk. So as you can see from the title, it's another Storytime video, and this is my figure skating disaster. So I started figure skating when I was really little. I started learning how to skate, just taking the typical skating lessons, and then I actually got into figure skating lessons. And I was probably about 8 years old, grade 3, when we had a big figure skating show. So the company I did figure skating for rented out this big arena, sold tickets, filled the whole place full of people there to watch our show. And we had practiced this bird routine for months. It was, I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. So we were all around 8 years old, and we were all birds in like these glittery, adorable bird costumes with like feathers on our helmets and everything. And we had these wings. It was like this glittery sequin fabric that attached from our wrists down to our hip, and it was an adorable costume. And all the other girls were like, there was like 2 of every color, and then I was the number 7, like the odd color out. So all of the others were either a deep navy blue, a dark like blood red, like a dark red, or a deep chocolate brown. And then there's me, bright yellow, like highlighter yellow. So I am clearly sticking out like a sore thumb in my bright yellow costume. And I should let you know that we had, like, my mom got all of our family to get tickets. We don't really have family here in Canada, but I used to have a grandma that lived in Canada and an aunt, so they bought tickets. And we had like my O&M instructor, my orientation and mobility instructor bought a ticket, my like vision itinerant bought a ticket, my EA bought a ticket. Like, we had the whole crew was there to watch me in the show. And I was like the elegant bird in the group. All the other parents, whenever we'd be practicing, they'd be like, that kid is like the elegant bird. Like, of course, this is just so typical Molly. I'm like over dramatic, and you know, I grew up taking 10 years of acting classes, so I was just like, all the other little kids are just like flapping their arms like this to be a bird, and then I'm like gracefully just like skating along with my graceful wings. And I was just being so like hamming up this bird act that I was really this little skating bird. And so we're on the ice, and it like, eyes are on me. I'm the bright yellow bird with the weird wings that look totally different to everybody else's like crazy flapping wings. And our routine goes well, everything goes smoothly, and then we're all skating off in a line, and I was the end of the line. I think I was like the last one. And the way that they did this was 3/4 of the ice were open, and that's where like the show was happening, and then they had a giant dark curtain that fell, and the last 1/4 of the ice was behind the curtain, so that's where all of us would stand when we were getting ready to go out onto the ice, and that's where we would come off and then skate to the backstage area where all the change rooms were. And so the way it was lit is like there was spotlights on the figure skaters when we'd be skating, but everything else aside from the spotlights that were on us was totally dark. And given I have retinitis pigmentosa, the first sign of RP is night blindness. So I have never in my life ever been able to see in the dark or dim lighting or at nighttime or anything like that. So I could see that there was a spotlight, but other than that, it was pitch black to me. So I'm like skating off with my nice little birdie wings behind everybody else. And then the next thing I know, I'm the only one on the ice. And all the other birdies like flew behind the curtain, and I'm like at this like totally lost. Like I'm at the curtain and I'm feeling the curtain and I'm like trying to find where the opening of the curtain is and I can't find it. So then I turn around and I start skating back the other way. I don't know why. So I start skating back and I'm literally like skating in circles, this little bright yellow bird alone on the ice. The music's not playing anymore and it's just me and everybody's just like watching me. And poor, like, oh my god, I feel this was such a blind Molly moment. Just like the blind little Molly birdie, sadly 8 years old, like skating alone, lost on the ice. It was a very sad moment. And they ended up having to send one of the older male skaters, he was probably like 16 or 18, and he skated out and picked me up under my little birdie wings and flew me all around the ice, and they were like making a show of it to like make it look like it was like this was meant to happen. And so he's like flying me around the ice and then skates me off backstage, and that was it. All ended okay, but it was definitely an embarrassing blind girl moment, and I just feel so sad for poor little birdie Molly. Just lost alone skating on the ice. So please, if you have any blind girl or blind boy moments like that, please comment down below, share your funny moments and stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it was quick and short, which you probably like. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs it up if you enjoyed it and want to see more Storytime videos. And I'll see you in the next one.